So CYBERCLOPS, we've got a new Outlander with this retro sci-fi event hero and weapons event. But what this guy's a T.E.D.D.Y specialist. Now his actual perk, he is Plasma Arc plus energy damage has a 20% chance to zap nearby enemies for 116% of damage dealt. Additionally, T.E.D.D.Y deals energy damage, so that'll be very useful. So let's just say 1 in 5 shots, the energy damage from the T.E.D.D.Y is going to zap to a nearby enemy for 116% of its damage dealt. Now this actual hero, I think he's on par with Trailblazer Quinn, or just the Trailblazer class in general. Like I would probably use this Outlander for, you know, the fire, the water, the nature storms, and use Trailblazer in every other mission. However, I don't actually know if this will be better or not. I've never tried this. That's what this video is about. It's my first ever time trying it. Now his abilities, we've got T.E.D.D.Y, Shock Tower and Seismic Slash. The build I'm going with, we've got Preemptive Strike. We've got Space Technology just to increase our energy damage by 15.5%, which will be very useful. We have Berserker as well, just to increase T.E.D.D.Y damage by 30%. Now this is why I think he's on par, because if you have Berserker as your main, you do 46% damage with T.E.D.D.Y and increase your fire rate by 25%, which is pretty much just 1 extra shot a second. And we're getting a 15.5% buff there. So I just think it's really just on par with Trailblazer there. We've also got Bear With Me for that T.E.D.D.Y duration, Overbearing for just the better range really, and Fragment Generation just so every 39 eliminations we're getting that 1 charge fragment, which basically reduces our cooldown by around 10 or 15 seconds for each T.E.D.D.Y. We've also got Stationary Hover Turret and Adrenaline Rush just as our gadgets. So let's actually get this into a mission and just see how good this new T.E.D.D.Y specialist is. So we've entered this Mid-ish Twine mission. I just want to say this guy is super skinny. Just look at him. He's just incredibly skinny. I've just also noticed he doesn't have phase shift. You see me trying to shake my head there, but I was trying to phase shift. I just realised I don't actually have it, which is quite weird. I swear most Outlanders have this ability, which is gonna be kind of annoying if I'm an Outlander because I'm so used to having phase shift. We need to find just a good horde. I think we're going to be speedrunning this mission, which is what I'd like to see. Oh, I just fell down there. If I can get just a good horde, yeah, something like this. If I can just wake these dudes up, try and see this T.E.D.D.Y, see what it looks like as well. Let's just throw it down. Oh, he gets little like pulsing things around his arms as well. Ah, you can see the little shock that goes to each person as well. Against physical enemies, I do think I'm going to prefer Trailblazer at the moment, but I do think if we get, say, any elemental enemies in any mission, I think I will have this guy as like just a secondary, because I think he's just going to do a bit more damage overall, just because Trailblazer she does physical damage because of her T.E.D.D.Y, and that loses 50% of its damage basically against those elemental enemies. Whereas energy only loses 25%. Let's just try and speedrun this. Let's see if they vote yes. They probably won't. Come on, will they vote yes? Just need that one vote. Doesn't look like we're getting it. Let's just test the other abilities out while we wait. Got a seismic slam like that. That is actually quite strong, even without a build on it. Ah, we have. Right, okay, we can do all this in one take, which is very nice to see. So our T.E.D.D.Y, let's just hope we get like, I don't know, water or something. I don't think we will. Oh well, we'll keep trying this T.E.D.D.Y out though. It's just, you can see, look at it, you can see the bullet kind of chain to something nearby, and it just eliminates a nearby enemy, so it is very useful in that way as well. There we go, there's a little chain on that, and it just saved 1 or 2 shots. I just like watching it kind of unfold really. I'm still trying to phase shift every few seconds. Again, let's try the shock tower, just a regular shock tower, nothing special with that. I am liking the T.E.D.D.Y so far. Melt through this guy over here. What else can we have? Gotta wait for these T.E.D.Ys to cool down. That's the only annoying thing. I wish fragments give you a more significant cooldown. It's only like about 11 seconds when you have a fragment. I wish it was just a bit stronger. Let's just get a T.E.D.Y up here. See the damage we can output again. There we go. Melting them from high. Getting that bullet chain every now and then. Okay, I can see where this dude's shooting. There we go, he's defending the objective. I don't know, it's a very 50-50. I think this is more of a preference Outlander, because in my opinion the Trailblazer class is the best class for Teddy at the moment. But this guy, he probably just rival that or contest it in some way. Just, I don't know, I'm really unsure. I do think he's got better against the elemental enemies, this guy though. He's also super skinny. I think I'm going to do it like that. I'm just going to have to. Maybe in future we'll do like a comparison video of the two heroes. Oh man, I can't even get that fragment. I need that fragment, please. Just get this shock tower down. Oh, that's embarrassing. Oh, I missed. All I wanted was a fragment as well. Come on. I can also see how this would be very good in, say, a Storm Shield. Like, he's constantly shooting. But, again, it's just going to zap a nearby enemy every so often. Anti-material charge as well. Right, where are these enemies? Have we got a flipped spawn? I'm just trying to wait to get some enemies spawning. Nothing seems to be spawned. There we go. Put that down. It's going to melt through everything. He's going to get a nearby zap every so often. Come on. Zap an enemy. I'm trying to look at these damage numbers this guy's outputting as well. It's around 15, 16,000 I think. We're there. I think it was that high. Around that anyway. 15, 16,000. Just not sure how much Trailblazer would do. And again, that was physical. I think she'd be doing something like 20 in that situation against that guy with a faster fire rate. Although I do keep forgetting we have that, what's she called? I've got a name. That Clark, the Clark girl. Space Technology, I forgot her first name. But that Space Technology also gives us that 15.5% damage again. So there's only really like a 0.5% damage difference between Trailblazer and this hero with this Azalea Clark in there. Melt through those goes at range. Oh, I've got 30 seconds till I can use that Teddy again. I'm liking it so far. Gotta say that. It would have been easier if or much better if I went into something like a Firestorm. The only issue with that is they're either all 4 players or they're really boring missions. Like the refuel the home base mission. Ugh. Like no one, I don't think anybody even likes the refuel the home base missions. They're just not fun. You don't really get much gameplay with it. So that's why I've gone into basically a physical mission with 2 people ignoring the objective. But you kind of expect that in Twine. Got stuck in a corner there. We got our seismic smash just to get. Is it smash or slam? It's smash. Okay, I keep sometimes getting them mixed up. I think I've called it slam once or twice. That chain thing is actually really useful. I'm just thinking, like, say if we had a super shielder like that, it zaps to just the actual super shielder and it just eliminates that shield, which could be so useful for everyone. That's how I think that could be used. Oh, I'm out. Come on. Oh, CYBERCLOPS. All the names in this new retro or sci-fi, I don't know, is it the retro event or sci-fi event or both? I'm not sure which one it's called. But they're also like, I don't know, I don't want to say cringeworthy. They're also strange, like you got Blastertron, you got Gamatron, Atomic Light Expander. Also, funny names. There we go, you see that chaining? That is actually really useful. It's basically giving you a free shot. You're basically getting that one extra shot just chaining to a nearby enemy, which is super useful. I would have expected, though, if this guy's a main, to have a higher percentage than 20. I would have thought it was going to be something like, I don't know, 50% chance to chain to nearby enemies. I think that would have been a bit better for this guy as a main. Because as a main, all he does, well, he increases the actual damage of... No, he increases, changes it to energy, sorry. That's all he really does. And the damage of the chaining thing. I don't know what it's called, the chain thing. What is it called? Zap. Sorry, zap to nearby enemies. Just increases the damage of that to 106% of the actual damage you've dealt. Which is pretty much a stronger shot. It zaps quite frequently though. I get it's only 1 in 5 chance. But it seems to be zapping fairly frequently. Ooh, not getting that through that guy that quickly. Go on. All through over there. But it does do a decent amount of damage, which is so useful. Right, got some more enemies. I want to collect this cash down here as well. Ew, an uncommon perk cache in a power 108 zone. I've never seen something so insulting. Wow. I don't know what to say to that. Wow, that is awful. There we go. Get through these dudes. Get another Teddy down. Get him melting through. It's going to chain to nearby enemies. I'm not sure what the range is. I think it's like one tile, that chain. It is very useful though. We got that ability damage on there. Oh, 15.5%. Get those lobbers out the way. I think the Teddy got that one actually. It's another 20 seconds we can use. I think we only have time for one more Teddy actually, unfortunately. But this mission's been pretty quick, and we've not really got into any trouble apart from when I went down. But the Teddy, it is seemed to be being pretty strong so far. I just think there's some tweaks that can be done with a couple of these heroes, or in this event that's out right now. Just a few tweaks, whether it's wording or just increasing something. But this one, I just think you should increase that chance to chain to nearby enemies. I think it would be good then, much better. I'm not saying it's bad now, but I just think it would be a ton better if it was chaining to like every other shot. I think it would be loads better like that. Make him worth being as a commander. Let's get this out of the way. No! I was a bit too late on that. We're not going to get time for another Teddy, but you know what? We took no damage to the objective. That is really good. I think I might have jinxed that. Did I just jinx that at the end? Anyway, we took no damage to that objective. We did pretty decently, I have to say that, with CYBERCLOPS. I want all this wood. Very decently, actually. Let's check that combat score. Highest again, as always. Which is quite good considering I was using one of the newer Teddy builds. I am quite impressed with that, actually. So overall with CYBERCLOPS, I actually really enjoyed him. We were only doing 0.5% less damage per hit than the Trailblazer class does. But well, she also has an extra fire rate of just 1 per second. But again, it's on par with that. I think this would actually be better with those fire, those nature, those water enemies and those storms. That's why, I mean, because it's energy, that's why I think that. But I just feel like there's something missing with that commander perk. If that 20% was put up to something like, I don't know, 50% or 40%, just a bit higher, I think it'll be just a bit more used, because I've not really seen people use him. I know we're only about 5 days into this new event, but again, I've not seen people use him. But I do think he's really, really good just as a Teddy build. Definitely rivals Trailblazer at the moment. Trailblazer for me is a bit better, but if you don't have Trailblazer, get CYBERCLOPS, level him up, take him in those fire, those water, those nature storms, and he should be working very well against those. However, I am going to leave this here. Do let me know what you guys thought of this, and as always, thank you for watching.